Fuck yeah. Skakel in the house. I am a wealth of knowledge. That's a fact, Jack. Now, I'm supposed to meet some people that I'm conducting some business with at Jones at 10:30. So, this might be a bit of a baby stream, but here we are nonetheless. Every now and then I like to, and now I hear through the brain of William Zoom, that YouTube don't like the half-hour streams. Well, they might just get one tonight, YouTube. So relax. What up, SCVID show? And then after Jones, I'll be going to the gym, working on my body. Whew. Did you ever think of mentoring a young comedian? No, they don't listen. They just don't. Now I'm getting a message that they are there now. Let me. Earth sucks. Have you or any of your young comedian buddies had a stalker? I mean, I had one stalker. I think it was maybe right after me and Chandler ended. There was a girl who I think saw an opportunity, but we nipped that in the bud real fast. Well, young comedians just don't want to put in the work, to be honest with you. They just want to do their Vine or Periscope or, I guess, TikTok now, their viral fucking, video where they don't have to put in any of the work. Boon is boon, a boon shakalaka. It's just a homeless dude who was one of the Comedy Store freaks, if you will. Yeah, I mean, you're seeing a lot with the Kill Tony comics. None of those kids put in the work. None of them. They got on a hot show. And you can't deny it's a hot show. I mean, it just played Madison Square Garden last night. Or Saturday night, I don't know. And, you see the effects of it is one of the more popular people on the show did potluck, I think, like 2 weeks ago. I mean, I'm sure Tony called in a favor or whatever. And let's just say they did not do very well. Just to be brutally honest. Which is fine. Everyone bombs. I bomb every now and then. Not like a complete bomb, but fuck it, it happens. You just have that one night, maybe you're not in a great mood, just whatever. And then there was another Kill Tony comic, one of the more hot comics on the show right now, somehow got a main room, like a guest spot, and literally couldn't do the 5 minutes. Like at the 3-minute mark, he was like, and that's the problem with the show, is that they train these comics to do comedy in 1-minute chunks. And, there were some pretty funny comics he had to follow. And that's the problem, when you get on a real comedy lineup, you got problems. And even like some of these kids will have to, they'll play a club like the Comedy Zone in Jacksonville, which is what you'd call in the comedy parlance a B or a C club. I mean, they're not going to get really like Matt Rife would not play the Comedy Zone in Jacksonville. He'd do the theater that's in that area. But, you get a Kill Tony comic would absolutely get that gig. And it's a tough fucking room. I mean, they party hard in Jacksonville. And what that means is that the crowds are wild, they're very disruptive. The club almost encourages the atmosphere because they give them buckets of booze. I mean, buckets. And no, cruise ships are too hacky. I'd rather stay home and do a stream for no money. Um, and so what happens with, say, like a popular Kill Tony comic who really isn't used to following funny people, they're going to headline it because they're the name. They have 100,000 followers now. So the local host, the MC for the weekend, is probably pretty funny. Probably the best of the local comics. They're going to do 15 minutes. So the Kill Tony comic's probably not going to be able to follow that. But then where the rubber meets the road is the middle act, the feature act. They're probably a national headliner, but they have no social media. They have no following. And good luck trying to follow someone who's got a tight half hour. And then you go up there, the Kill Tony comic, or other shows, like I'm sure Vinny from Jersey Shore falls into this category where you got to follow two funny people. And there might even be a guest set of maybe a headlining comic who just wants to do 5 minutes or whatever. So you got to follow anywhere from 2 to 3 funny people. And you got to do an hour because they want you up there for as long as possible. It's unlike a casino gig where they want you up there for as little as possible so people go back in the casino and gamble. They want you in to be on stage forever, so the crowd keeps drinking, especially if it's the later show. And they just don't have the time. I mean, this comic in the main room literally could not fulfill a 5-minute guest set. You could tell they were lost. Like the joke bombs, and they're waiting for the sound effects. Well, Danny, the sound guy, he's not Red Band. So you don't get the little, car horn or the Mack truck when the joke bombs. You're just up there to silence. And, so that's, in terms of mentoring people, this is going to sound dicky to say SC, but I'm done helping people. Nobody helps me, to be honest with you. Outside of you know who's crazy, and I'll give him props. I got to go to Jones now, but I'll do this in the car. This guy gets a lot of shit, but let me turn the TV on for Lois. Lois be chilling right now. She be chilling. This guy gets a lot of shit, but one of the last people to help me in comedy, you're gonna think this is a joke or something, was the fucking Quad Father. The BYB guy. Yeah, well, just watching my Steelers play. Hold on here. 202. He helped me to get monetized along with my friend Tracy Carnazzo, who is a frequent collaborator. Oh, this is good. And that's the problem, is that nobody helps me. And I've helped a lot of comics out. Trust me on that one. And I don't do it to get stuff back. I really don't. I don't want stuff back. But I literally can't remember the last time, outside of the Quad Father and Tracy, someone said, "Hey Earl, here's a gig for you." It happened with, I won't say who, because I don't want to act like I'm owed anything, but with someone who's a regular panelist on Gutfeld, I literally said, Hey man, not even can you recommend me to Gutfeld, but can you give me an idea of a pathway for the show? And they just kind of hemmed and hawed and, you know, man, I think I forgot something upstairs. And this is someone who, it's not like I'd be taking from their gig. It would be a very, like, they'd still get the gig on Gutfeld, but they didn't want to help me. And this is someone, to be honest with you, when they had a comedy album out and my podcast was at least popular locally, hey, I'll be in LA, can I do your podcast? So SC, sorry about the long-winded question and answer, but I'm done helping people. I gotta start helping myself. You know? And I hate doing that. Because, whoa, Lois be chilling right now. Lois, you be chilling right now. So, it's time people help me. You know how many people I've gotten stage time at the Comedy Store? Which is akin to getting people into the NFL. And some of them, I remember this one person in particular. I won't say who they are because it doesn't matter really. Started out as a door guy. So I would hook them up with these like bar gigs and stuff, but that paid well. There was a brewery gig in San Dimas that it wasn't like the greatest gig, but it paid like $200 cash. And up until this point of this person's life, that's more than they've ever made combined. So, I don't want to. Let's see if this works. No, it's not gonna work. We'll just